Hey y'all, so I wanted to share this little journal entry with y'all, based off of an experience that I had, right? So it says, so today we were at the ice cream shop and I saw two women who looked alike as if they could pass for twins, and they were actually best friends. Before they walked past me or was walking towards my direction, I saw them trying to take pictures for themselves, and they did a little selfie, but they were too cute. The outfits they were so nice, and it was like as they were walking by me, they smiled at me and they asked me how I was doing, and I told them good, and I complimented them, and I said, let me take a full body picture of you guys, right? And I took so many photos, and I was telling them how to pose and like giving them ideas. And when they were done, they both said to me, wow, you are really a girl's girl, like a for real girl's girl. I love that. Their spirits gave me like elder energy, but they looked so youthful, and I mean in their 40s type of youthful. And I forgot to mention that as they were taking the pictures, one of the girls said, I really love my bestie. And they told me it's been a year anniversary since they made a commitment to have this ritual of being able to meet up once a month, even if sometimes it was on the 31st of the month. And it was so cute because they both said the same thing at the same time. They were talking in sync with each other. It was one of the most refreshing things I had ever seen. And it was in that moment where I realized that's what had been missing all my life. I truly longed for that type of friendship, but seeing it let me know that it's possible. And I took it as a reminder that that type of connection can exist as long as I am open to it. And it made me realize that the reason I can receive it is because in that moment I was able to spread love instead of keeping it to myself and letting it be, just smiling at them from afar. I truly feel you are ready to be blessed when you can embrace genuine, kind happiness towards those who may have something that you desire. I think it's okay to embrace people, and I think it's okay to embrace people and whatever their situation is, even when you desire it. Yeah, that's what I said. There's nothing wrong with saying you want something like that. It's when you turn bitter or have an unhappy response to that that's how you let the spirit of jealousy seep in. This interaction let me know that a true friendship takes work and intentional dedication in building, which made me realize that I have never seen what that looks like. I always been an overgiver when it came to friendship because although I had a sister, we never had a true sisterhood. And being that little sister that had to be brought to everywhere where you go can become annoying. And after a while, it subconsciously created resentment within our relationship. I realized that I've always longed for that sister sister bond. And because I longed for it, it made me settle for mediocre friendships. Now, I can attest that there were people in my life who I had the opportunity to connect with, but I never paid it enough attention, especially with the things that I had going on in my life back then. Nonetheless, those things happened the way that they did because I needed to learn everything that I needed to learn so that I can be prepared for the type of best friend sistership that God is going to send in my life. Truth is, I have to first learn, or I should say, I am learning how to be a friend to myself, which I can say I'm truly loving, so that when this person comes into my life, I can pour from not from a place of lack, desperation, or neediness, but from a place of overflow, an overflow of joy, love, and peace. I took that as an indication that the type of friendship, sisterhood that I desire is on its way to me. But in the meantime, I can continue to I can continue to give to me and to clap for others when I see it. Not because I want to be rewarded, but because I genuinely mean it in my heart. This made me realize because of the way my friendships were, I started to turn off or turn down, I should say, my personality because it used to make others uncomfortable. But the truth is, I've always been giggly, goofy. I've always been the hype person. I've always been thoughtful. I've always been the let's go all out type of friend. I've always been the we can do whatever we put our minds to type of friend. I've always been the I'm going to give you ideas type of friend because I see you bigger than you see yourself. Maybe because I'm a visionary. It's just a visionary in me. But I just always been that extra. And that's how, hold on, I've always been that I'm gonna be extra, and that's how I'm coming about my friend type of friend. And anyone who is for me will see that and be happy. And anyone who may feel I'm just too much just really isn't for me. So I wrote this, and I mean, this interaction with these two women was so beautiful, was so heartwarming, and it made me realize in ways in which I have tried to change who I am to fit the standards of how I to fit the standards of others in the way that they wanted me to be, right? And because I longed for something, I would settle for things that were not really in alignment with who I am. But like I say all of this to say, like, it's very important when you are someone who when you desire certain things. For me, this is just a friendship. It also let me know, before I even get to the point I was trying to make, it also let me know that I actually desire a friendship more than I desire actually a romantic relationship, because that sisterhood, that strong bond friendship is more important, and it's pivotal when those type of relationships come. But the point that I'm trying to make is that oftentimes when we see people have the things that we desire, we're so afraid to just say like, I love that. Like, we're afraid to compliment them. We're afraid to, pay homage, especially for me coming from a place like New York. When you compliment people too much, or you're just too, the way that you are, it turned in, oh, you dick riding, oh, you get what I'm saying? And it's like, because of those type of remarks and because of the culture of what I grew up around, it made me kind of like dim down myself. But that was just like, it was just so rewarding. And this is something that I constantly do. Like, I am that person. I could see a couple out and I see them trying to take a picture, and I'm gonna be like, let me take some pictures for you, because I am a picture person. I know how to get the good angles. I'm gonna tell you how to pose. I'm going, I'm just, that's just who I am. I'm naturally like that. And I realized that I kind of moved away from being that person, and I made myself become somebody that I'm not, just simply because I would be so desperate to get that connection that I didn't mind altering my sense of self just to be able to receive it. But I realized that what is really truly for me wouldn't require me if I have to do that. What is truly for me is going to come when I show up as the person that I normally am, not the person that I became because of, friendship trauma, whatever, but the person who I really am in my core. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I like writing things down. Writing just does something for me. It's very therapeutic. And sometimes when I try to say something, I'll miss out on certain stuff. So y'all gonna be seeing me reading a lot of the things that I write more. But I just wanted to share that with somebody. It's okay to clap for other people when they have the thing that you desire. For me, in my case, it was a friendship. But for you, it may be a marriage. It may be a type of job. It may be success in a business. Whatever it is, it's okay to clap for others. It's okay to give other people their flowers, and doing it from a place of genuine love, because whatever you put out is what you're going to get back. And the thing is, you shouldn't do it just because you know you're going to get it back. You should just do it because it's cool to be a good person with a kind heart. So, yeah. Bye, guys. I just wanted to share that with y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.